Good morning from Poland. My little crazy European trip has got me here at Energylandia today after having just been at Land of Legends in Turkey yesterday. Did basically an overnight flight to get here, and this place is empty. It is 15 minutes till the park opens, and they're not even past the first line of cars. This is gonna be a great day. If those of you that know the park, this is the ingredients for a magic day, or a magic gate day, meaning that Zadra's gate is going to be open more than likely most of the day. Looks like there's a few student groups here, but today, normally I would just go and do Hyperion and Zadra all day, but I think today I'll try and show you guys around, just kind of show you what it's like to visit this awesome park. Those of you that know the song, it's playing. That's one way to know that you're gonna be here and having a great day. Here's a little entry plaza. They're getting it ready for Halloween time. This is recorded sometime in September. Got the opening of the gates. It's a little hectic here in the mornings.
Animatorów i oczywiście największych bohaterów Energylandii, czyli naszych maskotek, o których powiem za kilka chwil.
All here to welcome you.
Kolejni gości, którzy pojawiają się na dziedzińcu naszego parku w ten piękny, słoneczny dzień.
Your natural instinct is going to be to go to the right here and go ride Hyperion, which that's fine. But the better play is to come here and head towards Zadra and get one of those early morning super slow rides on Zadra where you can kind of see it there in the background. It's a long walk back there. While we're waiting on that gate to open, let's get a look at this. This is one of the many family coasters they have here. It is right next to Hyperion. This one is Energis. It's actually surprisingly pretty good for what it is. I always ride it and enjoy it. So check it out. All right, the park is now officially open. So here on your way, here to the left, which you won't be able to see it well, is one of the wacky worms here. Just pretty basic. I'm not even gonna try and get over there to really cover it. There's a really good fried chicken place right by it though, if you wanna watch that. And by watch that, I mean eat that. As you make your way in, there's this Scandinavian restaurant, which I've actually never eaten at. Over here, there is a pizza place that does the little flatbread pizzas that are actually really good here. Really good value and just pretty amazingly yummy. So walk through here, man, they really got some good Halloween decorations starting. Over there you can see Speed, the Intamin water coaster. Everything's zero, of course the park just opened. Inside of the Colosso Theater, there is shows throughout the day. Never actually done one because none of them are in English, but I've actually heard they're pretty fun. Here you've got Space Gun, and then you've got a 7D cinema there in the not quite so pyramid. There's a good ice cream place and apparently a pub. I don't remember that being a pub. Maybe it's always been. I've just never had anything there. This is that 7D theater I was talking about. But then right over there you can see what is distinctively not Mater, right next to the churro stand. Churros here aren't all that great. Right here is Monster House, which is, for your money, the worst dark ride on the planet, but you need to do it once because it's that bad. Just, people talk about this front part of the park it is kind of all over the place, but I mean, it's still really nice. I mean, look at the detail on this. You've got a, whatever bridge this is, next to a volcano, next to RMF Dragon. When you come up here, you get to the Formula Zone. This was the first like major coaster that this park has, which is funny to think of this as a major coaster because it's kind of looked over, but Formula is pretty awesome. That launch has some great force. It's a really good layout. Right next to it, you have a shoot the chutes with dual drops. That's called Anaconda. This Formula restaurant is also really, really good. Look out for that free gas here. The lockers here are kind of confusing. You actually do it in the line, even though sometimes you think you have to. But as you can see by the sign I just passed, we're gonna head to Zadra, which is, to get to Zadra, you actually have to go under a road that's up here, and there's a little tunnel that leads to it. So see you on the other side. Coming up out of the tunnel, right in front of me, you can see Chapo Chico Creek, or Cheapo Creek, whichever it's actually called, which is part of the Sweet Valley area that is not opened up yet. I first saw this coaster test they're over 2 years ago now, and it's still not open. But here you have what is the best reveal in theme parks, other than Rookburg. This thing is awesome. They've actually made this area a little more congested than I think it should be. This Wonder Wheel sign actually ruined a really great sight line for taking pictures of Zadra. But just look at the attention to detail. It's just also beautiful. To get to Zadra, you go through, I think it's Smotzigrad, which is an incredibly well-themed little area here. Man, if the rest of the park, I mean, actually Aquantis and Sweet Valley will have the same level of detail. If everything else were to get upgraded to this, I mean, this is really incredible. It's way better with lots of people inside of it, because it has such a life. But today's gonna be a pretty light day, I think. Everybody's just running to get to whatever ride they're gonna do first. Ooh, something new here. Fork skewer here. Might be part of their Oktoberfest celebration. Going into the entrance to what I think is the best ride on the planet. I know that's completely subjective, and I'd understand if you don't. But this queue, you can check out some of my older videos from like 4 years ago when I first visited here. It takes 6 minutes to walk, so I'll see you there. Several minutes later, and we are nearing the station, which you can see up here. But more importantly, if you look directly ahead, you see that there is a gate, and that gate is open. That is what I have named the Magic Gate since I came here on opening day for this ride. There it is. Magic Gate is still open about an hour and a half later. I got about 13 rides, I think is what I stopped at. And mostly because I wanted to be able to take you guys around for a little bit of a tour and give myself a little break. It's been a rather hectic tour here. But man, what a fantastic ride. There was a chance that I was gonna say that I liked Taiga more for my number one, but I'm certain that Zadra is staying at that number one position. But Taiga is an extremely strong number two. we're in the Smazy Gra Dragon Zone, we can look at Draken. They've got a little kiddie coaster. It's very well protected from being able to be visible, but it's just a pretty standard little kiddie coaster. Here we have Frida, another one of their family coasters. Pretty standard, not much to it, but it's here. You'll want to ride it if you're getting creds. Here you've got Light Explorers, one of the Vekoma Junior Boomerangs, probably one of the better Vekoma Junior Boomerangs, other than Luna at Liseberg. That one was actually surprisingly good. Have their Zamperla disco coaster. I can't remember what they call it, but then right in the background of that you have Abyssus, which is still to this day one of the most disappointing coasters I've ever had, mostly because I had massively high expectations for it, but it's still really good, like really solid. And I really hate that I have those feelings about it from when it opened, because I just think I watched the wrong POV that was sped up beforehand, and then it just didn't deliver. One of the nice little things that they added when they built this thing is this Aquantis Grotto Expedition, which is not really it's a just a little boat ride through the Light Explorers Lagoon area, but it's really quite enjoyable. It's not like a fun extreme ride, but it's just a nice way to pass some time if you need a break or a rest. In here we've got the rest of Aquantis. All of the Halloween stuff is cracking me up. Doesn't really fit in with the Aquantis theme, but it's still really nicely done. And so this building here is their new restaurant that opened last year that's really good. Highly recommend you check that out. Over here is the entrance to Light Explorers, if you're wondering where to get in there. And there is the gift shop for Light Explorers, which has a ton of gear. And a really good ice cream shop is right here. Some satisfied people coming in from Abyssus. It really is a really pretty coaster. This land is immaculate. But that trim out there on the top of this top hat is what makes most people hate it, because the second half of this thing could be so incredible. I really do regret the whole starting the hating on this ride. It's way better than a lot of people give it credit for, myself included. That was really fun. Here's a look at the other side of Sweet Valley. You can't see in there very well at all because it's well blocked off, but from the top of Zadra and from Abyssus, you can tell that Sweet Valley is gonna be huge. But check out Chaco Chip Creek, or Chaco Chip Creek, something like that. I'm never gonna get it right. They've started work on a mountain that you can't really see. They started work on that back in April when I was here, and they haven't done anything since then. I'm honestly a little concerned about this zone. The Hall of Columns is the restaurant that I was talking about that's new. It is unfortunately closed today, so you can't really see much in there, but it looks really, really nice. And it's got a great menu. Kind of fun how that disco coaster just goes right over the entrance. There goes that grotto expedition. See how it just goes right around where Light Explorers is? Oh, and there's another boat. It certainly doesn't get very far up, does it? But I mean, look at the scenery and theming around this. It's really well done. The problem this park has is that Zadra exists. Oh man, you can hear it. It is definitely warmed up. Gonna have to probably go ride it a few more times. So this is one of my absolute favorite parts of the whole ride, right there. Woo! So up here you have Mayan, a Vekoma SLC. It's actually the last built Vekoma SLC. And then right next to it you have Anaconda, which is that shoot the chutes with the double drops we saw earlier. So Anaconda, not Anaconda, Mayan, when it opened, was one of the better, if not best, SLCs, but it has gotten significantly worse every time I've ridden it in the last few years. As you can see, the park is starting to fill up. Mayan actually has a 10-minute wait, which, if you know this park at all, 10 minutes is an eternity. Because normally you just walk up and ride something. Back over here, you've got the swinging pendulum, which, amazingly, of all the times I've been to this park, I still have yet to ride that thing. Here I present Viking. One of, if not the worst roller coaster in the world. But yet, I still ride it every time because it's so ridiculous. Because who thought it was a good idea to put over-the-shoulder restraints on a wild mouse? A spinning wild mouse. So this may be the last year for this, or it has a limited life, because this ride has been posted for sale and has been seen multiple places for sale. So we'll see how much longer it lasts. Man, those people got a few good spins. Let's see if they... There they go. Oh. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, wow. This little mini top spin does not look like a good time. There in the background, which I don't think I'm going to actually make it up to, maybe I will, is Boomerang, the first of the two family boomerangs here. Yes, they only have 2 family boomerangs, not like 7, like I've heard some people say. Alright, I lied. I am gonna make it by Boomerang. Look at that. The bat thing is so cute. Really a solid coaster. I love these little family boomerangs. As a dad, these things are great for kids that don't need something thrilling. They need something fun. So Energylandia actually has 2 river rapids rides. This one's more of a junior one. And just goes through here. They have another one that you get much more wet on. But when I came here with the kids, Mia like really loved this one. And they kept doing it. But just kind of cool to have a junior themed rapids ride. Now has come time to finally get back around to the front and ride Hyperion, this Intamin hyper coaster that is has the tallest regular drop in all of Europe, not counting, of course, Red Force. I personally love Hyperion, but yesterday, I think I told people I might like Hypercoaster at Land of Legends more. It's gonna be really hard to say. I think I'm gonna end up thinking they're very, very close to each other, and I probably won't be willing to make a decision. But, oh wow, look! This is now a churro stand. This used to be like a bubble tea place, and now it's another place for churros. So let's try and get a watch on Hyperion as it goes. One of the cool things about Hyperion is the location of the motor. It's actually up at the top. Man, what a beautiful coaster. It's hard to beat the loop that Hypercoaster had. But there's just something special about Hyperion. That drop is incredible. Maybe even only behind Fury's drop. You don't really get much of a view of it from inside of the park. See if the fake splashdown's working. Nope. A great ride. So here I am back in the front area. This is the kids zone, and it's so cute. They just do so much here. They got a little sweet store here. Those look yummy. Looks like they're gonna have a workshop, an autumn workshop, where you can make different autumn things. Back here you have Mars, which is one of my personal favorite awful coasters. The coaster itself is just fine, but check out all of these little figurines that they've added. It's so trippy and weird. It just doesn't make any sense, but yet it makes perfect sense. I love it. This is that pizza I was telling you about, the little flatbread. This is the capriccia one, and it's basically just ham and mushrooms, and it is delicious. It and the Pepsi come in right around $8. Of course, you know, depending on currency fluctuations, that could be different, but still pretty good deal for a theme park. This area here that we're walking through has a whole lot more life when the rides are actually running. You can see speed going through there. The drop on speed isn't all that great, but the actual ride itself is pretty stinking good. Oh, and we got a space booster going on here too. We'll get back to that. And speed is such a great ride. That Space Booster is a whole lot of fun. Before I ran off and ate, I could have showed you this little tiny and powered coaster that's right behind Mars. Most people probably don't count it as a cred, but it's embarrassing fun. When you get closer to speed, you can get more of a sense of just how enormous it is. Oh, look at Space Booster go. That thing is flying. Holy cow. This is kind of a disappointment for today, but since I've already eaten, it's not too big of a deal. But over here in the kids zone, there is this stand that does pierogies, and they are fantastic. As a group, the Buzz Bars Coaster Club, we all sat here and enjoyed them last summer, and it was so good. I think everybody loved them. Contrary to popular belief, they only have one true SPF Visa spinner, and that is Happy Loops. It's one of the bigger extended Visa spinners, but it's still a Visa spinner. I guess technically Viking is an SPF Visa that is a spinner, but it is not an SPF Visa spinner. But yeah, you'll do this once and never get on it again. Here's the station for Speed, which is odd because I don't know what the theme is, but it's nice. That's one of the weird things on this side of the park. There's not a coherent theme, but everything's done really nicely for whatever it is. Over here is the other adult River Rapids ride. It's actually quite good. Oh, we get to see more Speed going over here on the back half. It's a great little ride. Hopefully I'm not going to get splashed here. It's a nice River Rapids ride. They've got the main water features turned off, so during the summer, those cliffs over there have big water fountains or waterfalls coming down, and you get soaked. But they've got those turned off. You can see in the back there, the water park. It is closed today. They have a thing here for the Energylandia rally team, which won one of the classes in the Dakar Rally, which is pretty stinking cool. They have one of their cars there. And over here, they have a splash battle. I don't know how much you can see of it, but splash battles are always a big winner with people during the hot summers. Now the last coaster we'll talk about, while Speed goes by, is RMF Dragon. This is basically the same ride as Dragonflyer at Dollywood, except it actually has even a little bit better theming with that giant dragon head that you can go into. That goes through, flies through the station there, and then just comes back. Fun little family coaster. Not one of the hang and bangs, it's one of the new smoother models. These are great. Check out this food that they have as part of the Oktoberfest. That's pretty awesome. This looks great. All right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tour of Energylandia today. I've gotten maybe a dozen more rides on Zadra since we last talked. Just been a great day. Hopefully you guys get out here and explore this awesome park that I think is one of the best in the world.
No to zaczynamy! Animatorzy Energylandii we własnej osobie, to właśnie oni! Artyści Teatru Egipty oraz akrobaci z Kenii do Tanzanii. I oczywiście wspaniałe i wyjątkowe maskotki Energylandii.
I think this is the closing ceremony here.
What you hear?